There is a country at the center of the world's most dangerous question. Where does a nation's land end? And where does another's ambition begin? That country is Ukraine. Its borders were drawn by empires, then redrawn by war. Now they are being tested again. Not just by tanks and missiles, but by history, identity, and power. What makes this land so important? Why does Russia want it so badly? And could this war change the map of Europe forever? This is not just about territory. This is about survival. To understand Ukraine today, you have to go back to a time when it was not Ukraine at all. Centuries ago, this land was ruled by powerful neighbors. The Polish-Lithuanian Commonwealth, the Austro-Hungarian Empire, and most dominantly the Russian Empire. Ukraine was a region, not a nation. A borderland fought over by kings, czars, and foreign armies. After World War I, Ukraine tried to break free. It declared independence in 1918. But its freedom was short-lived. By 1922, the Soviet Union swallowed Ukraine. And for decades its identity was suppressed. Its borders redrawn to fit Soviet needs. Millions died in forced famines and purges. But the idea of a Ukrainian nation never disappeared. Then came 1991. The Soviet Union collapsed. And Ukraine finally became independent. For the first time it had control of its own borders. But the map it inherited was fragile. Ethnic Russians lived across eastern Ukraine. And the Crimean Peninsula, though part of Ukraine, had deep ties to Moscow. This uneasy balance would not last long. In 2014 it began to break. A revolution toppled Ukraine's pro-Russian president. And within weeks Russian troops appeared in Crimea. The peninsula was annexed. And the world watched in shock. Soon after, war broke out in Donbas, an eastern region where Russian-backed separatists began fighting the Ukrainian state. The border had become a battlefield again. But 2022 changed everything. Russia launched a full-scale invasion of Ukraine. Tanks crossed the border. Cities were bombed. Millions fled. And Ukraine's very survival was under threat. But something unexpected happened. Ukraine fought back. Harder than the world expected. And suddenly the shape of Europe was being rewritten. Not with pens but with missiles. Not through treaties but through trenches. Ukraine's borders are more than just lines on a map. They are lines drawn in sacrifice, courage, and defiance. They show how geography shapes war. And how identity cannot be erased by force. Will these borders hold? Or will they shift again in the years to come? That story is still unfolding. But now you know where it began. Comment below what country we should decode next. And subscribe my channel World Nexus to see the world map come alive one story at a time.